What's up, guys? This is Corey here with Toothless Reptiles in San Diego. As always, like our videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. I wanted to give you guys an update on BatMan because I feel like in a tight-knit community like the reptile community, it's really important to be transparent, especially when you make mistakes. I would consider myself, you know, a pretty experienced monitor breeder. I mean, I've been breeding the water monitors for about 12 years now, and I've never had an issue like this before. And if I could be transparent and kind of throw my experience out there to hopefully help this not happen to any of you in the future, that's really what I want to do here. Basically what happened is I got BatMan a couple weeks ago, the big black dragon unboxing video I'm sure you guys have seen, and he was absolutely a once-in-a-lifetime monitor. I've been looking for a black dragon male like that for years, pretty much ever since I got into breeding monitors, and I finally found him. I got him here, and it just so happened that I had recently put in a pretty large order to Rodent Pro the same week, so I had some extra large guinea pigs in the bottom of my big freezer chest that I was trying to get rid of, and my other monitors don't really care for them. And when BatMan got here, I had 2 bags of extra large guinea pigs. And I'd given him a few of them since he had got here, and he was swallowing them up fine. He was pretty much eating them like they were extra large rats, you know. There was no concern at all as far as them being too big for him. I was watching him eat them every time, and I didn't have any issues. And on Valentine's Day morning, I gave him a guinea pig out of the same bag. It was the same size, and apparently it must have just been slightly larger than the other ones I had given him. And as you know, most of the people that know me and follow me on the internet know that I have all of these enclosures on 24-hour surveillance, so I can go back and look at things if I need to make sure my male mated with my female, or to check on issues or whatever may be happening. And what it looks like happened is when I gave him the guinea pig, it took him about 20 minutes to eat it, which I didn't know because I fed him so many before and didn't have any issues. I just kind of put it in there and I left to go take care of actually Toothless, because she went in with him on the same day to hopefully breed. So by the time I got back in the garage, it was gone. And I had noticed that his throat was a little distended. And it wasn't bad, you know. I certainly didn't think it was cause for immediate concern. I thought to myself, maybe the guinea pig was a little big, but you know, he'll probably finish swallowing it once it sits for a little bit, or maybe he had just eaten he had literally just eaten 2 days prior, so maybe he didn't exactly have room. Usually they'll go poop and then finish swallowing, because that's kind of how their digestive systems work. And what had happened was the guinea pig got stuck in his throat, and looks like it started to partially digest there. Then once it broke down enough, he had finished swallowing it, and a couple days later he ended up throwing up the guinea pig in the middle of the night, and threw up twice more in the morning. I had moved him under his heat lights, and actually went out for a job interview on Thursday, and came back and checked on him, and he was definitely not well, but he was alive. And I went back down an hour later to check on him, and he had passed away. And right when I found out that he had passed away, I called my local vet, obviously first and foremost, Dr. Jenkins at my local avian and exotics vet hospital here in San Diego, and I took him straight there. And within about 2.5 hours of him passing away, Dr. Jenkins was able to do the necropsy on him. And he looked at his GI tract and you could tell that he had gone septic, is what they call it. And it's basically when a monitor effectively gets food poisoning, but for a reptile it's fatal. And everything else on that monitor on BatMan looked amazing. You know, his testes were big, his heart was great. He was in amazing health, he had good fat reserves. And you know, it's just, it just sucks, to be honest. And, you know, this kind of stuff happens, I guess. When I had talked to other people that I knew in the reptile community about what had happened, they had said that they had similar stories, and it kind of bugged me that I had never heard them. You know, not to say that it would have helped. You know, I think this would have happened anyway, but that's really why I wanted to do this video. You know, I feel like you guys should know this stuff. And, you know, it is kind of embarrassing that this happened, you know, to somebody who breeds monitors with all this great stuff. But in reality, I just want you guys not to have to deal with it. So, you know, if my mistake can save you from having to make the same mistake, then that's totally fine with me, and it was worth every minute. But, you know, keep an eye on your monitors. Don't feed them large prey if they can't handle it. I always thought with my monitors especially, you know, if they could fit it in their mouth, they could swallow it, and apparently that's not always the case. Also, with larger monitors, their claws tend to not be as sharp as the smaller monitors, and what you'll notice is with a monitor, when it's eating something too large, it'll claw at it and effectively cut its skin so it can release some of the pressure. And it makes it easier to swallow. Well, with BatMan, he was a huge monitor. He did not have sharp claws, and you could see in the video footage from the enclosure, he was continually clawing at the guinea pig, but couldn't sever the skin. So that could have been contributed to it as well. So just kind of a bunch of little things that added up to effectively killing an amazing once-in-a-lifetime animal, and it just sucks, you know, it just really sucks. But I have never had a monitor die at my facility. I've had hatchlings not absorb their yolk all the way and pass away that way, but I've never had an issue where I solely was responsible for a monitor dying, and that's exactly what happened. Just the whole situation sucks, you know, and I wanted to be completely transparent with you guys to let you know that, you know, BatMan was an amazing monitor. When I got him, he was perfectly healthy. I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. I just happened to have some extra guinea pigs lying around. He didn't have any issues with them before, and the one time that I fed him and didn't watch him eat it, it happened to be slightly too large, and when I went back and looked on the video footage, that's when I found out that it took him that long to eat it, and you could see his energy level slowly decrease throughout the next couple days, and I didn't notice his energy levels decreasing because I had put in Toothless with him that same day, so I figured, you know, it was kind of just him being uncomfortable with a new female being in the enclosure, and completely my fault. And so now at this point I'm stuck in a situation where obviously I feel bad about what happened. I'm never going to get a monitor like that again. There's just no way, you know, those are once in a lifetime opportunities. And I'm at a point right now where my females are also continuing to cycle. Toothless needs to mate within the next 2 weeks. Ideally she would have already mated 2 weeks ago. So I have another monitor coming in that came originally from Thailand, was a wild caught, and is now being shipped over from Florida, Delta Airlines to San Diego tonight. And it's an import, so there's a risk there also. So I'm going to do a video later on picking him up from the airport, and then what you should do with an import when you get them to make sure that they're okay to put in with the rest of your monitors or reptiles or whatever. But I just wanted to let you guys know what was happening, because I feel absolutely horrible about it, and hopefully it can save you guys the headache and heartache that it caused me. And you know, my heart goes out to the previous owner who put in 9 years of hard work and dedication to make an amazing monitor, and you know, was awesome enough to sell it to me so I could breed it. And you know, I honestly, I don't know what to say at this point, but just the whole situation really sucks, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And you know, this kind of stuff happens to the most experienced people with the best setups and the hottest hotspots and the coolest monitors. You know, it doesn't discriminate. This stuff happens. And so hopefully that was helpful to you guys. But I have another mail coming in, and BatMan is gone. I'm really sorry I have to tell you, but hopefully I can get my new male breeding and have clutches out for you guys by the end of the year. And on a positive note, BatMan did breed with Yoshi before he passed away. So hopefully that was done in time, because she was pretty late in stages of follicle growth. But we'll know when she lays. If her fertility rate's high, then it was obvious, you know, that the mating took. But I'll keep you guys posted, and you know, hopefully we can still continue to support each other. I always enjoy talking to you guys on the comments on the videos, and sending me emails and asking me questions, and you're setting up your own stuff, and it's really cool to see you guys grow and progress as reptile keepers, and hopefully we can continue to do that in the future. And hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. I know for me it really sucked having to make it. But you know, as always, keep feeding, and hopefully we can continue to support each other. Thanks.